Hello, everyone. Captain Troy Handsome of International Rescue here. Please state the nature of your emergency. Here with Braylif and Coffee Lich. How are you two doing today?
The house is on fire.
Wait,
Having a heart attack.
wait, hold on. That those both sound bad for different reasons. Do you need to take care of that or something?
No.
You're from International Rescue. Aren't you supposed to take
Oh
care of
my
that?
gosh, I'm so sorry. I dropped the ball on that
Call
bit.
911 and they're like, "Oh
This
wow,
is
that sounds pretty bad. You should like call someone about that." Nah,
Lightning.
no.
This is your
I'm
bit.
I'm so sorry. I literally said, yes, I'm from International Rescue. What's your emergency? You both say heart attack, house of fire. I'm like, oh no, that sucks. Anyway. Oh no, that's scary. That meme of that guy.
We fucking yes and you
I'm
on
so
your
sorry.
bit.
I appreciate
You
you both
just say
committing to the
no.
bit.
That's stupid.
I was confused. I'm sorry. It's. I'm so sorry.
We're in a dark forest. No, we're not, idiot.
I'm sitting in my room, dumbass.
How the fuck are you playing? How are you on Discord if you're in the middle of a dark forest?
Technology is amazing. You said the heart attack thing, and I've been rewatching Gravity Falls, and I just rewatched the episode where Grunkle Stan goes on a television show to win a lot of money, and he's in line waiting to get auditioned, and he's like, "Ugh, it's so long, it's gonna take forever. Time to use my old man powers." And then he pretends to have a heart attack in the middle of the line. And then a producer, like a guard's talking to producer, like, hey, should we escort him out the premises? And the producer's like, that man has no regard for human decency and is just a self-centered attention whore. Get him on TV. It's amazing. I'm really enjoying rewatching Gravity Falls. There's some episodes that are just okay, but overall, it's like such a blast. I love the show for many reasons.
I should rewatch that show. I love it.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
I'm excited to get to the episode they have about this, like focused on. They're like playing quote unquote D&D, whatever
Oh,
it's
yeah.
called.
Yeah. Yeah, I rewatched like the game, quote unquote, that they played for that
Mm-hmm.
in that episode, like in a YouTube clip, and I was just like, man, this game would fucking suck to play. Like I've played some games that are like there's no hard rules, you just come up with your own stuff and then you roll, but it's just like, okay, cool. Well, they're just making up shit that is just the fucking like playground kids. I hit you with missiles.
Oh
I have a
yeah,
missile-proof shield.
exactly. Yeah, I'm not a fan
But
of it.
then like there was like there was a single thing where like the bad guy summons a particular monster and then uh Stanford is like, oh shit, that thing is impossible to kill without a like perfect roll that is literally impossible. You'd have to get like a natural 21 or something to beat it, and it's just like, cool. Well, that implies that they're all actually hard rules for this game, and if that's the case, this game just got significantly worse because they also literally said that like you just make shit up and hope and go from there.
Yeah, I know people like to like rag on D&D, and I think Pathfinder. I don't remember the order for all their rules, but sometimes you need them. You know, like in situations like that to help drive things forward properly.
Yo,
So speaking of D&D, well, let's try to figure out together what happened last time on episode 12 of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel as we start this new arc, this new journey.
last time on Dragon Ball Z, um, let's see, we we got into another fight with mind-controlled people who were forced to attempt to assassinate the child of a leader.
All right.
Suchi fucking instantly killed one of those mind-controlled people, and it was really awkward
It
afterward.
was really awkward. I love it.
It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. I never would have expected instant death. Would have expected it to be like, if these guys are supposed to survive, it's like, oh yeah, well, they go down and they start making their off-screen death saves. Nope, hit them too hard.
It was a strong spell.
It was a strong spell. I was using it for its like crowd control capabilities. I was not expecting it to fucking one-shot someone, but them's the breaks sometimes. I thought that their health was higher. um, oh well, too
Oopsie
late now.
whoopsie.
They can put some pressure on the local politicians to give them some of the miracle jelly wine that raises the fucking dead. But anyway, like, oh, it's hard to come by. And it's like, okay, sure, that's all well and good, but like, still people died as a direct result of the actions of shitty nobles. I feel like you guys owe it to them. Anyway, so
Yeah. People don't kill people. The 1% kill people.
literally though. Yeah, all of the deaths and all of the conflict in that was a direct result of like a bunch of rich assholes just trying to like get out of a contract that they didn't like the terms of anymore. Via murder, they literally committed a murder to try to get out of a contract that like
Oh yeah. They're like, we don't want to give you our firstborn kids or whatever. That's bogus. Let's just kill you.
yeah, it wasn't even like straight up like give me your firstborn child just forever. It was give me your firstborn child as an apprentice. Like it was a fucking apprenticeship. Like they
Yeah, you're giving them
theoretically
job
could
opportunities. What the heck,
like
actually?
they theoretically could have still just like seen the kid. They would have just been forced down a particular career path. But they were like, no, fuck that. Kill this bitch. So then we got the lady who was actually like mind controlling everyone, beat her in a fight, Fallout 3 style. She got to live. Um, all of the victims of her shenanigans, they're still dead, but she gets to live. We brought her to the Radiant Citadel to await a fair trial because we figured that she would probably be targeted for
Right.
political assassination otherwise, because the people in power probably wouldn't want their crimes exposed. And also, they would probably want revenge on her for killing some of their kids. Um, from there, we got paid in the form of the jelly wine to resurrect some people. Um, one to Suchi and one to Grandmaster Bone Smasher, who then Bone Smasher brought that back to the Wizard Tower to deliver to her bosses, and it was revealed that they were trying to resurrect their founder. And Suchi took his and went off to resurrect Molo, his dearly departed friend and Bailiff's first character. Suchi and Molo then decided to, at least for now, retire from adventuring and return to a life and just return to a life on the road, doing shows and seeing the sights.
Nice.
And thus, Suchi is gone, as is Molo.
And now we have some new blood, some new folk.
Yes,
Speaking of,
somewhere.
may I ask? I don't remember if I got to ask this earlier. Can I ask where your particular picture's from? If I'm not allowed to, that's okay. Also,
Who, me?
yes.
Oh, this is a lore from Spyro the Reignited Trilogy.
Oh, it does
Originally
look like.
from Spyro to Ripto's Rage on the PS1.
Ah,
My favorite of the Spyro games.
nice. I'm looking at the stream right now, or at least OBS, and because there's like a mug of alcohol, kind of like the one that's next to me on the screen, directly behind you, it kind of looks like it's part of your hair, and then it's like,
Yeah, I did notice that too, and I was just like, it blends in so weirdly
yeah. I
well.
was like, ooh, we got little highlights at the end. Oh, wait a minute. Now they're dripping off. What's going on here?
She didn't know how to do highlights properly, so she literally just painted them on. They're still wet.
Yeah, for a sec I thought you had an animated picture. I was like, whoa, how do I get that going?
Nope. That'd be pretty neat. But no. It's just your animated background.
Yeah, I can theoretically add more of these mugs around everywhere, but have I ever done that since I got these? I have not. Perhaps one day.
Maybe. Maybe one day.
All right, I think we're ready to get started with episode 13 of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, or as I like to call it, season 2, episode 1. Because anime is all like, oh, each season has 12 episodes, 13 episodes, 26 episodes. It's a thing.
My first exposure to that was Gundam Gundam 00, because the second season wasn't like the weird season naming convention got me, because like the second season wasn't Gundam 00 season 2, it was Gundam 002.
Yes.
Like it was a direct sequel, which is, I guess, not wrong.
Oh, no, that's a good point. Because normally they just say it's like, they don't say it's, I don't know, She-Ra 2. They say it's like She-Ra, blah, 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 Princess of Power season 2. Like they don't even say season 2. It's just, we know it's season 2. But now that I'm thinking about it, shows like Sword Art Online, it's Sword Art Online 2, except with the Roman numerals.
Yep.
Well, let's get going. The Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, 2-part chapter, the second, the third -1, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
And Knuckles.
Well, unfortunately, in the time it took us to start this game, Grandma died of old age, so I'm going to need to make a new character.
Oh no, time to drag Suchi Marla out of retirement. I remember this. It's a teleport us to the Wizard Tower. And let me play some music.
Can you beat Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater before the end dies of old age?
No, can you beat the entire series?
Right. I gotta watch that video.
Me too.
Can you beat the entire series before the end dies of old age? It's such a stupid way to kill off a boss. I love it. It's hilarious.
All right, Grandma.
Game design passion.
Alright.
You wake up in the musty, perhaps mildewy, the lavish, extravagant quarters that are your home here at the Mage's Conclave. What would you like to do?
I'll probably get up.
Is that what it sounded like I said?
Little bit.
That's my bad.
Probably wake up and head downstairs. I assume this is where the stairs are.
You are correct. Those are the stairs. How fortuitous, how insightful of you. How did you know those were the stairs? Oh,
Because the stairs are in the center over here.
okay, that's fair. Stop. I just saw your message over here. All right, you find yourself on the first floor, or is it the second floor? It's really hard to tell based on this map anyway.
I'll say hello to this character whose name my character knows, but I don't
Oh yes, let me
remember.
This character is Skulder Mully, with no relation to the characters from Bone. Is it Bone? It's not Bones. What's
X-Files.
X-Files? No relation to X-Files. I didn't.
You're the one who named them.
I
but
didn't name them. This is this is not me.
So that's in the module?
This is in the.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you named them, and you're trying to distance yourself.
No. It's. Have you seen that? Have you all seen that clip from Ben 10 Alien Force, with Kevin Levin and his girlfriend at the time, Gwen Tennyson? I gotta find this clip. Hopefully, brother can find it for me later.
Yes, I know the one you're gonna tell me.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to ruin it and not do it justice. So
Wait, are you referencing the like? Go on. No, I
Yes.
feel I've messed up somehow.
yeah. I feel like I made a mistake of some kind. Yeah. When Braylon was like, "Is this for the module? Did you make?" I'm just like, "No, I can't answer."
As soon okay, weird thing. When you made the comment of girlfriend at the time, Gwen Tennyson, I was just like, in 2023, am I getting fucking Ben
Spoilers.
10 Alien
So
Force?
no. It's just me being like, just in case. I don't know if they break up in the future, but I've only seen up to whatever was after Alien Force, like Ultimate Alien or something. So if they're still together, good for them. If they're not, I'm actually none the wiser. I just wanted to say, as far as I know.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So don't worry, I too do not know their relationship status, and I'm not going to look it up.
It's fair.
Right, but yes. So it sounds suspicious, but let me explain. The Mage's Conclave is part of. Remember how I said that Journeys to the Radiant Citadel only goes up to level 15? This is the attempt to take you all the way.
Oh, neat.
Yes. So we'll see how it goes, unless Brelef goes and kills everyone in the Mage's Conclave. Please don't do that. Christ. The way you moved right after I said that, horribly ominous. Oh my god, I've never feared so much for an NPC's life as I did just now.
Finishing move.
Alright, so she takes 3 death failures.
We're just skipping straight to the death save. Damn. That's powerful.
That's pretty.
I clicked this-
It's only a 1d8, so there's like a 2 out of 8 chance that they aren't killed instantly.
Incredible.
So you get up within, I'm gonna say, inches of Skalder, and she'll say, "Yes, Grandma, may I help you?" Wait, I forget. This is half of a legitimate question. So half of it is for real, the other half is joking. Was there sexual tension between the two of you, like?
Not that I remember.
Okay, just checking. All right.
There could be. There could be.
Oh, with that attitude, coward.
Exactly.
I'll have you know Grandma is married.
So was your last character. That didn't stop her from flirting with everything.
Wait, wasn't Brelef's last character though, like specifically? Wait, had multiple.
I want you to count the number of characters Delilah flirted with right now.
I can only
And
think
tell me there was count. I'll tell you, it was 1. It was literally 1. It was the Rakshasa guy. That was it.
I don't believe you.
Don't you fucking project bard stereotypes onto my character.
Oh, right, you were a bard.
Your character was built upon that exact bald stereotype. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, and then you, your brain fucking stretched it out.
There's some line in there about the stretching out situation, but we're gonna pass on that. And Skalder Mully is going to like look at Grandma with the same pained look that she always does, as she too is married to her work, and she'll say, "Morning, Grandma. How are you doing today?" And Brayla, thank you for the stretch. All right, I gotta stand up for this. I'm stretching.
Hello, Skalder. Any work for today?
Oh yes. She like rifles through some documents. Let's see. She like sizes you up in a what did I say earlier? Like sexual tension, in a non-tensiony kind of way. And she'll say, yes, actually, we've been getting strange reports, you see, of, as I find the other tab that I have this stuff in. One of our contacts, Magistrate Kun Anjun, has had some strange experiences that other people in his what's the word for like a district or a town, just in his area, can't seem to connect with him, as if he feels like there's some sort of gaslighting situation going on, and not in the way that I'm turning to the camera right now. I'm also addressing the audience. Everyone keeps saying gaslighting when they mean lying. There is a distinct and legitimate difference between lying and gaslighting.
You're preaching to the choir here.
Sorry, I had to get that rant off my shoulders.
The idea that it was Skull that was like doing that.
Yeah, we have cameras in. This is just like an episode of What We Do in the Shadows or The Office, where cameras are just following Braylif around everywhere and zooming in on Skalder for this rant.
As you do.
So yeah, she'll go ahead and let's see. Let me make sure all my notes here. Okay, she'll say yes. So Magistrate Kun Anjun is, I believe, he's experiencing some sort of otherworldly situations that we, as otherworlders, she pulls out another notebook and she's flipping through. You can see on the notebook she's crossed out words like otherworlders, otherworldlings. It looks like this is a work in progress, but she'll say, people like us of the Magis Conclave are more than well equipped to handle the task. So I'll be sending you over to the land of sorry, let me pronounce this correctly. Yonido. Let me go ahead and type this in chat also. Yonido. Let me also paste the Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel pronunciation guide for it. I don't think it's supposed to be like Yonido. I'm just going to say Yonido. I'm not quite sure. But you are off to a brand new land. So, right. She'll say, figure out what's going on with our good friend Magistrate Kun Anjun. Oh, let me type that in as well. And of course, as we here believe in the buddy system here in the Mages Conclave, and we are short a member right now. She gazes wistfully off into the middle distance. We're setting you up with someone named Annabelle. You'll be meeting Annabelle at the gates to the town, which the name I'll be getting to you shortly. But yes, you'll be meeting up with our contact at the town gates. And before you go, I'd ask you just say bye to the other conclave members. You know, they miss you. It's been a while.
All right, dear, I'll head over.
Lux, thank you for being the first person and only person this stream to be redeeming first. We're about to send can I mute myself from you all? We're about to send Braylif's character here, who is this icon that looks like a real life person, because this is a real life person and friend of ours, to a land that's basically, imagine we took a real life place from planet Earth and put it into D&D, because I'm not exactly sure the exact location you all were in last time, but the module before that you all were in D&D Mexico, and the first module you were in D&D Thailand, to the best of my knowledge. So I'm very excited for you all to see where you're headed next. I guess you can get some sort of guess, a hint based on the names I've given you. You're headed to Yonido, and you're about to meet, hopefully, if he's not dead, Magistrate Kun Anjun. But I'll turn the table over to Braylif's character, Grandma.
Mm-hmm. And okay, I am on the first floor. It's a little hard to tell. Gotcha. Door is this way, right?
There is a door down there. There's also a door back here, which leads to somewhere.
The mystery door.
What could be behind it? Even another door.
It's a hallway.
Would you like to open the mystery door?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You open it there, and you see kind of like lollygagging there is your good friend Jay. And he'll say, "Hey, Grandma, where are you going? Am I going with you?" And he'll stand to attention.
No, you're staying here in the closet, Jay.
Aww.
As usual.
Okay. You see big anime like tears are forming in his eyes as he looks like he's going to be sad to be missing you for X number of weeks.
You just stay in here until you're ready to come out.
Okay, Grandma, he says. He like kicks the ground, a little tuft of dust pops up.
I'll bring you back some grandma candy.
Ooh, I love Grandma candy, Jay says.
And I will bid him farewell and
All right, I'll go and reveal this store to you. The other fun thing about Jay is, for those in the class who are unaware, the token I use for Jay is X from Omega Strikers. Now, to recap, I did not create Jay. I just stole this picture of X from Omega Strikers to use as Jay. The fact that they both have names that are just letters is an actual coincidence. The reason why I bring this up also is because you all might have heard about that rebranding of a particular website lately. The Omega Strikers Twitter has been very excited about this rebranding, and they've been like posting memes about X here being very excited about the rebranding. They're very funny. At least, sorry, to me personally. It's like all the Kingdom Hearts memes, you know?
Yeah.
All right, there is one more door that prevents you from leaving to your final destination.
I break through it.
Yes, how would you like to break through it? That might be...
I turn the door so hard that the door opens.
I see. I was about to say, time to deduct things out of your paycheck. You guys are getting paid? All right.
Am I getting paid?
That's a good question. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the next portion of the room, where you'll see, in that cage, you'll see a character who looks like someone from Little Witch Academia, as well as outside the cage, another character who looks like they're from Little Witch Academia. Pay no attention to such coincidences. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, I won't.
They're going to turn to you, they're going to say, oh, bye, Grandma.
Play nice, dearies.
Wait, can you help us get Carlake out of the cage? You see that the girl on the right is having difficulty. She's got like a magic wand situation. You see that she keeps pointing it at the cage door, trying to cast some sort of spell. It seems to not be working. Whereas the witch behind the bars has her hands up to the bars, is holding them. She's looking at you with big puppy dog eyes. I don't know if they work on Grandma or if you have natural immunity since you are presumably a grandma. But as your character would know, the girl trapped in the cage is Carlake, and the girl outside the cage, who is not doing a very good job of freeing her friend Carlake, is Mavis.
I will attempt to open the cage door with force.
Oh, with force? Like how much force?
Yeah, well, I can't pick the lock. Actually, is there a key anywhere? Do I notice any key?
Can you give me a perception check?
I can try. I'm not very good at it.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
You know what? I'm going to message you privately what you notice. Where are you? What does your icon look like?
It's been a while since we've messaged each other, evidently.
Oh yeah, I see you down here. Okay. Okay, so you notice. All right, there you go.
Ah. I open the cage.
Okay. You open the cage. The cage door swings freely in your hands. Mavis and Carlake, they clap your hands. Like, wow, Grandma, you're amazing. How did you open the cage?
Grandma magic. And she'll cast prestidigitation and make little sparkles.
Carlake and Mavis will make very polite, happy, rapid claps as they applaud you.
Try not to get into any more trouble while Grandma's gone.
Mavis goes over as she's distracted by your prestidigitation, and she'll lean against the cage door and she'll say, "We won't," and she closes it on Carlake again. They both look at the door in shock as you walk away. Carlake's rattling the cage, but Mavis is also rattling at the cage at the same time. So despite the fact that this cage door is still unlocked, neither of them are making any progress as you leave them to it.
Sure, they'll figure it out eventually.
Incredible.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some different music as you're about to travel. I forget what the travel music is that I use. Poop. Oh, no, that's not. Aha. I know I had one specifically for the Concord crystals, but I can't find it right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap it over to this one.
Song you've been playing until now seems very reminiscent of something. It gave me like
Mhm.
that. It gave me those same like PS1 game vibes.
Oh, true. Yeah, I get those vibes from that. Yeah, that one was in particular was called Manche's Mystical Emporium.
Mhm.
I saw the word mystical. I'm like, I don't think I've used this a lot. Let's use this for the Wizard's Tower. All right. Hey, Stuckham, welcome in. You're just in time for us to travel to the next map. Perhaps the class will know which area of the world we're traveling to next, but we'll find out. We have some new characters in play today, as evidenced by the title. We got some fresh blood. Totally nothing to do with this next module. Nothing to do with blood. We had enough blood last module, right? Oh, no, sorry, those 3 modules. So the module where you all went to visit the Rattle and met, those people whose names I'm forgetting right now. The songwriter, the one who wrote that poem about y'all. Well, not y'all, but your other characters. The South America, like the Southern America one. Kiana and the hands. I'm gonna look this up. You visited the town of Promise. There were farmers. You met Aunt Deli. Proclaimer Tungsten Ward. There we go. Yeah. So that one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I didn't know. So that module was called Written in Blood. This module, I don't want to name yet because it's kind of spoilery. It's not super spoilery, but the guesses we have in chat so far are, well, without the clues, are England or Australia. So the clues we have in chat so far is, let me scroll up. You can probably see on the right side of the screen. They're going to a place called Yonido or Yonido, and they're about to visit Magistrate Kun Anjun. I'm going to go ahead and scroll back to the module and give a little description of what we see Braylif's character. Where are you? I'll just go to this tower real quick. What you see as you disembark from your conquered gem after visiting the Radiant Citadel to get to your next location. So you disembark. You see some trees around you. You see a path that slopes gently towards the town. You'll see that the curving walls of the city of Yonido come into view. Atop the walls, tall, colorful flags and ribbons flutter from poles. Traders, guards, and workers come and go through a grand gate, passing from the surrounding farmlands into the maze of graceful structures beyond. As you watch, a pale mist rises from within the city. It drifts through the gates and breaks over the walls, as if the entire city were exhaling one great breath. I'm going to go ahead and paste this description into Roll20, and I'm going to go ahead and take you over to the next map. You might have to put your token down at the start of the path. Yeah, let me take you all over now. And technically, the architecture might not be a clue because as I've alluded to you all before, this next map is not one provided by this module. It's one I've had to procure for the benefits of this adventure. So you'll see some guards people, you see some townsfolk. I can put your token here, or you can, Braille, if you would like, but you'll be at the start of this path. To recap, even though it's not visible on this map, there is a fog emanating from within the city. It's basically drifting through the gates, breaking over the walls. It's it is not negatively affecting your vision for the purposes of whatever's going to happen here. All right, thanks for your token. As you near the city gate, you'll notice that the other travelers that are near you are they look like they're shocked. They're like looking at this fog, they're kind of staring at it. Like one might be staring at the fog, another one might be kind of like lazily moving their hands through the fog, as if they're not sure what to make of it.
Awfully foggy, considering it's inside the walls.
You directed that towards that traveler directly to your south, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They hear you and they're gonna say, huh? What are you talking about? And they kind of stare at you, kind of like, you've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, and you know what I mean when I say there is no war in Ba Sing Se?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of stare that this person gives you.
The fog inside the walls.
They kind of you can't see my face, but I'm like, my eyebrows are raised, my mouth is like in a downturn, like, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
Oh, don't pay me any mind. Just an old woman who's going crazy. How about you? Do you see the obvious fog inside the castle walls, young man?
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
I can sure try.
Ooh, we have our first nat one of the session.
I guess I'm gonna have to kill this guy.
So as you are failing your persuasion check for this guard, you'll notice that up above there are some creatures that are staring at you from the tops of the wall. This creature here. Sorry, let me move up here so camera can see. This creature here. This creature here. And it's at this point, I'm going to need you to roll initiative. As soon as I can find the initiative tracker.
Holy shit. I was joking. Ooh, gargoyles? I haven't fought gargoyles in a long time.
You know what? I've never run gargoyles, so we'll see how this goes. I
And
mean,
even then, I barely fought them. We were on a bridge, so I threw them into the water.
let me see.
When was this?
Zach's campaign. This is one of the first combats we ever did in Crease.
Huh. Neat. Playing as Victoria at the time, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With her, in retrospect, probably unbalanced Battlemaster maneuver, but it was very fun. So.
All right, so while I'm making sure that these particular creatures have visibility for their roles and abilities, Coffee Lich, is there a particular place you'd like to place your token?
Oh, I will come in. Yo.
Okay.
That works for you.
Absolutely. I'm going to add your turn here, and you can roll your initiative as well. We'll get some descriptions in for the class in just a moment. Let me just get initiative ready for these people. One for you. One for you. One for you. Amusing. I'll get the music going, and we'll get started.
It's incredible just how much detail gets lost if you don't have any fucking color on your token.
Oh yeah, let me zoom in a little bit more. Almost ready. Alright, so 3 hostile gargoyles swoop down to menace the people nearby. They actually don't look like the token that you see here. They all resemble the same fierce-looking woman with a mouth full of fangs, claw-like nails, and feathered wings. You'll see that these guards are kind of shaking in place, but they are attempting to cover the retreat of panicked locals as the gargoyles greedily eye traders' wagons or anything that threatens them, which might include you, Grandma. You are the start of initiative. What would you like to do first?
All right. So they're up high right now, yeah?
Oh, swoop down. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have them drop down for no other reason than to make my life easier because God, I do not want to deal with that right now. So they are all on the same plane as you. Pay no attention to the fact that this area to your bottom left looks slightly elevated. I don't give a shit tonight, so that's gonna be the same level as you right now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Grandma's gonna walk up to this gargoyle, and with her first attack, attempt to shove it to the ground.
Ooh, that's a good roll. To recap, does it have to make a contested roll?
Yep, athletics or acrobatics.
All right, it will try to make an athletics roll. You'll see that it'll quickly put on a leotard as if to match you in terms of, you know, you got to look good when you're athletically losing too. Yeah, with a 14. All right, you said it's knocked prone then?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's see. I will. Let's see. I will use my second attack to perform. I'll hit it with my step stool. Oops, we had advantage. Well, I assume a 13 misses regardless.
Let me find out. You are correct. It bounces off. Well, actually, it swoops through as if the gargoyle is made out of fog. It kind of like whiffs through. I know that we're all familiar with gargoyles being made of like stone or other similar substances. This is not the case.
Well, in that case, I will use a bonus action to perform a finishing move, low drop. This is 22 hit.
22 will hit. Congratulations.
It's a total of 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, let me apply the 11 first. And it's time for this Constitution save. Let's see how it does. It makes a 16.
I believe that passes. I always forget my save, but it's probably 8 plus proficiency plus strength modifier, so I think it just makes it.
Okay.
Oh well. And I fall prone, so that's unfortunate.
Oh. Oh, immediately after. Oh, that is unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and put this modifier on you.
Well, we're both prone. And because it's a finishing move, that's the end of my turn.
I see. Yeah, it's that meme where it's like, oh, what happened? You know, I saw you like fell down. I just like lay down next to you so it looked like we were chilling. Yeah, what's up?
Just remembered. If I... Let's see. Your turn ends unless you immediately use your action surge to take an additional action, in which case your turn continues as normal. In that case, yeah, I'll use my action surge to stand up because I do have some movement left.
Okay, I'll go ahead and remove the prone indicator from you. You're back on your feet. Nice work.
And since I got 2 more attacks, I guess I'll take 2 more hits with the roost.
All right. A 27 will hit. The 15 will also hit.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
Oh my Christ.
24 bludgeoning damage.
All right, let me double check some things. Does this count as magical for the purposes of
At the moment, probably not. Which means I probably should be using my arm strikes because those do count. But that's live and learn.
What is the damage on your unarmed strikes?
1d6 plus 5 bludgeoning damage.
Let's see, 5, 6 is 4. 1d6 plus 5 bludgeoning damage. I'm willing to allow you to make these be unarmed strikes if it's reduced by 1 each, I think, is how I want to do it. My reasoning for that is the average of a 1d8 is 5, the average of a 1d6 is 4. Like for the purposes of neutral health increases. So
You might as well lower by another one because I think I have some damage bonus when using a one-handed weapon or something to that effect.
okay, so then I'll deal 20 bludgeoning magically instead of 24 bludgeoning non-magically, which would drop to 12.
Gotcha. Sounds good to me.
All right. And with that, it looks like it's in rough condition.
Hooray!
Anything else from you?
Nope, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. The lady over here next to the guard is going to swoop in and will attempt an attack. It will specifically be, looks like it's gonna be her claw-like nails. She's gonna try to strike with a 13, which actually is not enough to hit this guard. But unfortunately, it has multi-attack. So it will now bite with its mouth full of fangs and will miss as this guard is successfully defending it. As if you see that he is moving in this fog, this mist, as if his body knows what he's doing, even if his mind isn't registering like, oh yeah, defend here, defend there. Kind of looks automatic, slightly unnatural to the trained eye. Next up is the gargoyle that was attacking you. She's going to get up from her prone position with half of her movement.
Do the guards get initiative?
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
No, they're just walls.
Let me just make sure that the guards are visible. They are visible. Oh my gosh. All right, let me get this raid in and welcome all the raiders. And then we'll continue with the guards initiative and the gargoyles turn. The Way of the Watt, thank you for your raid. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Captain Troy Handsome of International Rescue. These are my friends Braylif and Coffee Lich. We're doing some D&D right now. Let me give you a shout out. I assume you're playing Omega Strikers. Let's find out. Some Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, we do Dungeons and Dragons, pretty much TTRPGs every Wednesday, as much as we can. We take turns. I DM this week. Next week, Coffee might be DMing. It looks like you were playing Omega Strikers. Let me know what modes you were playing. I cannot wait. Can we buy those Juno emotes yet? Because I was Team Milk Tea and I really want those other Juno emotes. I hope the games went well. I think I saw you were doing comp. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I hope your competitive matches went well. But if anyone here also plays D&D, tell us things. Favorite characters, favorite classes. Any fun stories? You're playing competitive, made it to platinum. Congratulations. I should give it a try, but as someone who's only made it to plat in Overwatch, I commend you because I haven't been able to make it to plat in Apex. Haven't been able to, I haven't touched in Omega Strikers. I cannot get out of rank C in Splatoon 3. Congratulations on plat. Oh boy, where do you get your list? Oh yeah, I'm sure you have lots of great D&D stories, favorite characters, all those good things. Very big on D&D. Oh, same for you, Watt. Let us know if there's any favorite classes, characters, moments. What else is there? Magic items? There's some fun magic items out there. I just saw one that was basically, it was a ghostly blade. It was a fractured blade, but you could say a command word and like ghostly wisps would form the rest of the blade. The spirit of the person who was slain inhabits the blade, and if you die while holding the blade, the spirit can temporarily like gain form and sentience and like strike down the enemy who slayed you. It's pretty nice. But yes, thanks again for raiding in. I really appreciate it. I really should. I'm waiting for the new battle pass because I've already finished the battle pass on Omega Strikers. You're a big cleric fan. Cleric is my favorite. I played most recently as a Tempest cleric. Coffee Lich was running Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Actually, if you wanted to talk about that a little bit while I set up a few more things for these guards. I really personally enjoyed that Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign, especially the changes you made to it for the better.
Yeah, so I started off with just the basic Ghost of Saltmarsh, but really wanted it to be able to stretch all the way to level 20. It was a lot of fun. I got to really, that was the first time I really properly got to be a DM, and it got to. I remember specifically at one point took a single interaction that one of the characters, Lightning specifically, had with one of the like just elements of the environment, and the random response that I came up with for that ultimately ended up inspiring me to write my first full-on like quest and mini adventure sort of thing, which was a lot of fun. Not the easiest thing to come up with, but ultimately I think it went very well and was that was a lot of fun. Resulted in me stretching those muscles a little bit further a couple other times, coming up with more random extra adventures and whatnot. So had to. So it was as we were playing through the official chapters of Ghost of Saltmarsh, I was adding in my own elements throughout that that had small like narrative through lines to keep it all somewhat relevant, somewhat related to each other as they were going. It was a lot of fun. Basically, if there's anyone out there in the chat that is thinking about running an adventure for their friends, thinking about potentially trying out being the DM for a little while, highly encourage you to go look for a more long-form pre-made campaign. Start playing around with that. Don't worry too much about like getting too much of it down and ready to go too quickly. Like I was reading Ghost of Saltmarsh chapter by chapter because like it doesn't necessarily matter what happens in chapter 3 if we're still in chapter 1. But like even just playing a pre-made adventure where someone else has done like all of the work definitely helps. Like one, take a lot of the pressure off, and two, will help give you some interesting ideas for expanding on that, coming up with your own stuff, and helps you discover what you like most about running a game.
Nice. Thank you for that. I definitely have fond memories of Ghost of Saltmarsh. I really want to get art commissioned of key moments, stuff like that.
Me too.
I see that Shiva Goddess here has a love for monks. I'm actually hoping to play the Sun Soul monk in one of my friend's campaigns pretty soon. He's got like a more desert-focused campaign. Think like Trigun Stampede, the original Trigun from '98. Like that aesthetic. So I want to play that there. I see you're playing a Dwarven Stars Druid. I love my Stars Druid. Her name is Adastria Abyssosk, which is a Genshin Impact reference basically, but she's mostly Stars Druid. She basically magical girl transforms into her Stars form. She's got a little bit of light cleric in there because, you know, I love me some cleric. I'm actually looking for art for her right now for my Twitter that I've commissioned to kind of plug in chat real quick. And I see that there's a 4 elements monk that you were playing, which I personally love. I know that everyone compares it to Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I sure do love me some Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's one of my favorite shows, highly formative for me. I'm actually hoping to rewatch it pretty soon. Oh, yours magical girl transforms too? Yes, let's go. Yeah, I describe it. I'm like, okay, I bring my arms up, the light like shines from my wrist to my elbow to my shoulder, across the shoulders. It comes out. It's like, it's so good. I gotta find this art. I adore my Stars Druid. I hope to play her again soon. The campaign's kind of on hold, and the last thing that happened was we got shunted like 200 years into the past. You know, classic D&D. So our DM actually gave us 2 level ups because we kind of like fast travel to the end game of his campaign. So we're gonna see how those go. Very exciting. So much Moonbeam. What else has been said here? You wish you started DMing with a module. You love running sessions, but prep is the worst. Yeah, prep is a lot. There was a while that I I would run the same content for people because it would cut down on prep. So like this module right here, Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, I actually started because I've already run these two through it because they're level 8 right now. So they're at the level 10 content for this game. I just started my other group at the beginning of this module because I've run it for them already. I kind of know what to expect. I already have some of the role play down. So of course I had to make tweaks for the other group, but it's a little bit more convenient. Still looking for this art. I see yours is named Ricky. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let me know how it's pronounced. She has a 90s kid look and is a bit of a gremlin. Let's go. She's also a cookie dwarf, so she's an expert baker. That reminds me, last Halloween, I ran, so basically Coffee Lich here presented me with a challenge to come up with a Halloween one-shot for the TTRPGs we were running, so D&D. So I came up with one. There's a food module situation source book that I got where everyone gets also some sort of cooking class, whether it's like a baker, a soup maker, a host. There's like all these classes. Shiva Goddess, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. I gotta find this book, but I basically imagine Iron Chef America, but in D&D. So you got this cooking challenge. You had to get these ingredients. So they had to go out. They had to fight some enemies in D&D, collect the ingredients, and then use those ingredients in a cooking challenge that required like saves and skill challenges. And then they had to role play a bit of presentation of their dish to the head guy who totally wasn't Gordon Ramsay. I forget what his name was. It was like Hamsley, or it was some sort of pun. I really got to find this book, and I'll like paste it in chat too. It was a fun time. So I really want to run because the book I got, it came with basically its own one shot, its own 3-shot, and then for the Halloween one, I basically decided to make my own because that was part of the challenge. So I really enjoyed running that. Oh, I gotta find that too. So many things to find. I really like the Halloween challenge you set up, and I'll have to see what I've got going on for this Halloween. All right, let me see what else people have been saying. So first character was a trickery turned Twilight cleric. Twilight abilities are nuts. Twilight, so not to spoil too much for one of my Strahd campaigns, but there was an incredibly difficult encounter and they did so well, but it's because they had the Twilight cleric buffing their health at the end of every turn, which is, I'm pretty sure, the way that aura is played. So despite the fact they were fighting something monstrous and that should have downed a party of their level, that Twilight cleric was keeping them up. That was impressive because my first party did not have a similar encounter, so they also didn't have a Twilight cleric, and they were higher level. So it's very interesting that they were able to keep the party on pace with the higher leveled party that I've been running Strahd with just because of the Twilight cleric. Yeah, it's pretty busted. Scrolling through, too much Fire Emblem art on my profile. Channel Divinity is nuts. Playing at a high level was so fun. Saying you are now the proud owner of 20 temporary hit points. Yeah, 20 refreshable temporary hit points. It's wild. Like, I appreciate Coffeelish as a DM because I've also, like, Braylif and I have been able to play that higher level content. So I've been able to play the Tempest Cleric at the higher levels, be able to use the class abilities, and of course use the Divine Intervention. That was quite an iconic moment in the campaign.
Yeah, you had some fun use with that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna plug some of my fan art of Solstice, my Tempest Cleric, for a bit. So there's that one, and there's this one. I think they're different links. Oh, I'm sorry. One is my Stars Druid. The other one is Solstice, the Tempest Cleric. They both have purple hair. It's not a thing, I swear. Look, just because I like a lot of purple hair characters, and I just realized that they both have the same colored hair or similar colored hair. Cleric level plus D6. Yeah, it's wild. It's because I think you get that like at the end of every level. I mean, not every level, every turn. It's tough. Like, everyone's afraid of the paladins with their 20 and 21 AC, but I'm just like, you know what? That refreshing health, I just can't get through it, even with legendary actions. It was glad that they survived that encounter. A few more things to catch up on. Ricky's almost killed the party twice. Nice. What is D&D if not accidentally killing your party multiple times? Oh, and sometimes that applies to me, accidentally killing a player. That's my bad. Scrolling up a little bit more. Yeah, the prep, like for this, what I found convenient is now that I know where to acquire access to read content online. Even if I'm not at home with my source books, I can still catch up on prep for this particular endeavor because it's it's available online, which is nice. But I really have enjoyed running Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. The book for this is beautiful. It's great. Like the special edition cover, if you all have seen it. One of the times was intentional. I feel that sounds like my Sunday group. Or that sounds like me, that one time where I almost tried to attack Braylif's character, but I didn't, thanks to good character development. It was good times.
Yay.
Alright. Well, I think I'm pretty much caught up. I see that Oath of the Ancients Paladin was played. I definitely need to play a Paladin one of these days. These are some fun, Moonbeam is one of my favorites. Misty Step is so good. Nice. Alright. I thank you both for bearing with me as we welcome the raiders in. Feel free to sit tight, relax, get a drink, whatever. Even if you gotta go, I appreciate all of you for stopping by. I'm gonna get back into combat here now that the guards have remembered they are NPCs that also have initiative. So I'm gonna switch the music back into. I'm gonna do a different track this time. Let me just find one that I want to use. Actually, I'll use the same track. All right, so the guard here on the bottom left has remembered that he too is in combat after successfully parrying or deflecting both blows from this gargoyle, which, as a reminder for those in class, so these aren't your classic gargoyles, it's just a token that they've given me. These look more like the same fierce looking woman with a mouth full of fangs, claw-like nails, and feathered wings. One of them tried to use her nails and dig them into the guard over here, and then she tried to bite him with her mouth full of fangs. Now he's going to retaliate. His duty is to the people here of Yonido, and he is going to try to strike back. Looks like he can two-hand his spear, so he's going to go ahead and do that right over here. Looks like he rolled a 16, which is enough to beat the AC on this particular enemy. So I'm going to go ahead and apply one whole piercing damage to this thing, as his attacks are not necessarily magical in nature. Let me just double check to see. He doesn't have a multi-attack. That is unfortunate. The gargoyle over here has already spent half his movement to get up. He is below half health, as indicated by this little icon above him. He's going to turn to our good friend here. So this character right here. This is actually, would you both like to introduce the characters that you have visible to the party, to the class, to any visitors, especially if Coffee Lich, you did want to provide a physical description of your character, but if you want to hold off on that, that's fine too.
Might be a good idea to hold off on a description of my character until a tone pops up.
Okay, I'll wait for your turn. Braylif, since your turn did pass, do you want to describe what this gargoyle lady is about to be attacking?
Sure. The reason my character is represented by a picture of a smiling man is because her art isn't complete yet, so I'm just using a picture of our friend Frank as a placeholder. She's actually a hag who is decked out in a sort of like wrestler luchador outfit.
Yes, so wrestler luchador outfit on a hag. Just imagine that instead of the bright and shining face of our friend Frank here. Yes, now this gargoyle, not about to be out-hagged by you and your luchador outfit, is going to activate, it's going to start its multi-attack. I looked over because when I clicked that, I heard the roll 20 beep. I'm like, what's that? What happened? So it is going to start, it's going to take its fanged mouth and try to dig that into you. Looks like it rolled a 7, so it completely whiffs. It's still taking some time to get up. So it will actually, with the momentum from completely missing you, it's going to try to dig in with its claw-like nails. And it will also miss, you've probably fought your share of fierce-looking women with fanged mouths and claw-like nails before? I don't know what you fought in
Oh
your
yeah,
time.
this is no problem.
Yes, easily no problem. This guard over here is going to be beset upon by this gargoyle, who is going to bite for 6 piercing. That does not look for this good for this guard, who is now below half health, and it will use its nails and dig in with enough to drop him, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and knock him down.
Damn.
He starts making death saves. I'm also going to, I guess I can't remove him from combat. Oh, I had the wrong guard go, it looks like. Well, that's awkward. I'm going to go ahead and swap to that guard and have him make his death saves right now. Does it show up under save? It does not. I'm going to go ahead and roll this out here. Oh my god. That means he's like up to life with 1 health, right?
Yep.
Incredible. All right, he is no longer unconscious. Basically, he took lethal damage. He got knocked down, but his eyes open up as if he's a shonen protagonist in an anime. He is at 1 health. I'll still make him prone. Because wait, does the death save happen at the start or the beginning of your turn? If you both
I
happen?
believe it's the end of your turn. Wait, actually, I don't remember.
Let me just double check. Death save start or end of turn. Looks like it's at the beginning. So,
Nice.
if I'm understanding this correctly, he's actually going to spend half his movement to get up for his turn. And he is going to take the dodge action. I'm going to go ahead and put this particular thing right here.
Smart man.
Where's the shield we always use? I'll use that one for now. All right, and I'll go ahead and take it over to Coffee Lich.
All right. Shortly after the fight breaks out, a new figure enters the scene. She is a relatively short, sort of humanoid character. She's got red hair, but also her body seems to be covered in a very fine layer of fur of various colors as well. Very similar in color scheme to my placeholder character on stream. At the top of her head, it is more of that red fur, and then it transitions into a light tan color farther down it goes. Instead of traditional human legs, she's got legs and feet more reminiscent of a deer. And she also has little white spots on her face reminiscent of freckles. So she runs onto the battlefield holding a relatively ornate two-handed polearm, and she runs up to this gargoyle over here, going 5, 10, 15, 20. I had a very specific path laid out for this.
And since you are basically appearing, you can feel free to also move yourself a little bit closer if you need to.
I do not need to, but thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. She actually gets 35 feet of movement.
Nice.
And from now, she is gonna start attacking this gargoyle thing here. One attack does a 14 hit.
So normally a 14 wouldn't hit, but you technically, I feel like I want to grant you flanking. I know you're not directly across, but it, I'm sorry, what was your full movement? Was it 35 or 40? I know you just said it.
35.
Okay. 14 is not enough to hit. If you're willing to, I'm willing to give you flanking on this.
Nah, I'd rather just roll normally.
Well, your
Play it.
warm-up strike is just barely misses. Similarly to what I explained to Grandma, it looks like your attack basically kind of like whiffs through as if for a brief moment the arm or the torso, wherever you were attempting to strike, was made of mist.
Gotcha. Well, the good news about that is, thanks to this Eldritch Invocation, I am actually able to attack a second time, despite not being a martial class.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Thirsting Blade, which I misread at first as Thrusting Blade. That's on me. I apologize profusely for that.
Well, the second one definitely misses.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Not the best Faust showing for this character.
Thrusting Blade, AO. Yeah. You can tell what's on my mind.
Man,
Dude.
all the extra attacks should have cool flavor like Thirsting Blade.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be fair, I did have to like actively like bone a feature slot to get this.
Yeah, fair.
This isn't something that I would just normally get. Well, unfortunately, that is going to be the end of my turn.
All right. So we're going to take it to the top of round 2. I just have a quick question. Does anyone remember what this nat 20 that I rolled was for again?
Was it the guard's death save?
Ooh, yes. Card number 2. No, sorry. Shonen protagonist guard. All right, I'll go ahead and take it over to Grandma while I adjust this particular part of the stream.
All right, I'm gonna try to have a bit more success against this guy.
I'm very excited that the latest nat 20 has gone to Shonen protagonist guard. Whether or not
Actually,
he
you know what?
survives. What's up?
I'm a wrestler. I assume there's some kind of like tarp or something here. I'm just gonna climb on top of it
Okay.
and just do like a jumping attack to try and flank this gargoyle and protect this guy.
The flank. Oh, I see. You're flanking over there. Right. I forget. Do you have a climbing speed? I know you're some sort of strange.
I don't.
Okay, can you give me an acrobatics check just to make sure you don't fall flat on your face, if that's okay with you?
I would love to do acrobatics.
Okay, wow, that is enough to successfully make it on top of the tarp. The gargoyle kind of is distracted by this new person who's entered the scene. Yeah, you're up. You have advantage.
Okay, I will. All right, unarmed strikes are better against these guys. It's because mine are magical. All right, I will do a double axe handle.
That is unfortunate. It passes through the arm again, just like mist.
I said I'll do a double axe handle. There we go.
All right, that's a solid hit. All right, I'll go ahead and apply that damage.
Do I want another finishing move? I kind of do. Yeah, you know what? I'll give him the old headbutt. I don't know if gargoyles can even be stunned, but we're about to find out.
Yes, we'll find out together. Let me take a look. Damage immunities, condition immunities. All right, the 26 will hit. Nice maximum damage on your strike. I'll go ahead and apply that right now. Oh, plus
Minimum damage on the finishing move, but hey, I'll take it.
All right, and looks like it has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or be stunned until the start of your next turn. What is your spell?
So do I.
What is your? Not
I
spell
believe
save.
it's 16.
16. Let's make this con save right here. It just barely passes. That's.
Damn it! We're doing great. But that will be the end of my turn.
All right. Next, we have the gargoyle down here on the bottom left as round 2 has started. It is going to attempt to strike at this guard again. This time, it will just opt for striking it with its claw-like nails. Is enough to bring him down to half. It's going to end its turn. The guard himself will retaliate with a strike of his own. The 15 will hit, and he'll once again deal the same amount of damage as before. He's not doing the best, but he is valiantly fighting. Next up is the gargoyle that's below half health, directly to the left of Grandma. It's gonna fly up, quote unquote, but just be a level with you right here. It is going to move into position here, which if I gave flanking to the enemies, would have flanking, but it doesn't, so it is just going to attack you normally with its multi-attack. It will first bite you with its mouthful of fangs. Oh.
Well, thank God it doesn't have advantage.
All right. Right, what is this? Gargoyle number 2, I believe.
And is that against me?
That is, yes, against you.
Gotcha. Let's see. That's 13 damage. Oh, wait. I think I have a feature for this. Hold on. Where is this?
If you were Captain Ann, you would not be crit against. Ooh. Racing Flex. Nice.
Not very good. It's basically just a worse uncanny dodge, but it's better than nothing.
All right. So go ahead and adjust your health. Actually, what is... Sorry. Let me see here. There we go. Yeah, it has been showing for me. Cool. I'll let you adjust that. It will continue with its assault with its swipe at you with its claw-like nails. That will miss completely. Next up is the guard after the gargoyle that is being flanked. The gargoyle being flanked, she's going to turn towards Coffee Lich's character and is going to try to bite you with a 15, which looks like it doesn't hit.
It does not. Well, however alive this little lady appears to be, she is also still wearing scattered individual pieces of plate mail.
Ah, yes. Claw-like nails can't do quite as much against plate mail. It will miss yet again. It will bounce off unceremoniously. I'm going to take it over to the guard. I'm going to welcome in Hey Rob someone. I'll check out those pics that you sent me. Thanks for stopping by for a bit. Have a good one. The guard here is going to... Oh, it's the other one. The one that was taking the dodge action. So his dodge action has just ended. He's actually going to... I hate to do this to him because I want to characterize him as some sort of, like stalwart, like protector of the people. He's going to take the disengage action. He is hurting real bad. He'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, disappear under this particular portion of rock. Turning it over to our player characters. Coffee, take it away.
I will once again attempt to hit this gargoyle between me and the other player character.
Okay.
With my glaive. There we go.
All right.
This time with proper flanking. So I assume that natural 20 hits.
And that 20 will hit.
So that is 20 magical slashing damage.
20 magical slashing damage. Oh boy, it is my pleasure to announce that he is below a quarter health, as indicated by the red dot right here. With that single blow. Very nice. Very solid. You see that basically where you struck it, instead of where you assume blood would be, those of us who are blood enthusiasts might be able to understand, but it's kind of like seeping out some sort of smoke or mist or gas instead of the blood. It's quite disappointing for vampires alike.
Alright, and still using the Thirsting Blade feature, I will attack again.
The 17 will hit, the 14 would not have, so thankfully you are flanking with this new ally that you've come upon. The 14 slashing is enough to destroy this one if you want to kind of give a little bit of a description how you'd be slaying this particular foe.
This dear lady will quickly start spinning her polearm above her head and then use the momentum to cleave down diagonally through this gargoyle, this gaseous gargoyle's form.
All right, you cleave right through. It dissipates completely into mist when defeated, leaving no remains behind.
I will then go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30, 25. Yeah, okay, I can't flank. So I will end my turn right here next to this other one.
I'm sure the other guard will move into position shortly. We're going to go ahead and start round 3. I might be numbering the rounds for no suspicious reason at all. Grandma, you're up.
I wasn't worried about the numbering until now.
What?
Grandma's going to attempt to climb up onto the castle wall and face off with this gargoyle.
Okay. It is a sight to see. You're both on this awning. I'm probably going to tell you that you're high enough up that I'm not going to ask you for another acrobatics check, so feel free to go to town on this gargoyle that's below half health. She hisses at you as you make your way around. Both of those, because you have... Are you attacking normally? It's the 16 and the 15, correct?
Yep.
Okay. They're both enough to hit. The 10 bludgeoning is enough to drop it, I believe, below a quarter, so I'll go ahead and put the new indicator on it. And that is exactly its amount of remaining health left. So you want to describe how you're taking down this particular gargoyle as she hisses at you.
Grandma decks the gargoyle twice with each of her hands, and then just does a straight up Sparta kick and kicks it off the edge of the castle.
Yes, nice. I love to see that. All right, so you kick it off the edge of the castle, but for those of you who have seen Tangled, the gargoyle melts into mist on the way down, and there is no thump on the ground after you knock it off. Anything else from you?
You'll then use the rest of movement to go... Actually, how much movement did I spend to get up here?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I want to say 10 feet.
Okay. I go 20, 25, and then I'll use my bonus action to use my one cast of Misty Step.
Ooh.
And Grandma will just materialize on the other side of this gargoyle and end her turn.
All right. The gargoyle, she's going to whip around and immediately try to bite you with her fangs. It's a 21 to hit for 8 attempted piercing damage to you.
Yep,
and
that
then
hits.
she's...
I might as well use my bracing flex against it.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and reduce some of that damage. As you are bracing and flexing, it looks like you're the perfect target now. It takes its left hand, kind of like flicks the claws out and like shoves it right into you with a 19 to hit for 4 attempted slashing damage.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right. Next is the guard over here, who is going to try his best to assist in this situation, and is going to strike with his spear, two-handed. He misses. It kind of bounces off of the... no, sorry. It passes through the mist harmlessly. I'm going to pass it over to Coffee Leash's character.
Okie doke. Well, I am flanking with Bone Smasher, so I will once again go with my tried and true combo of just meleeing. Assume the 20 hits.
The 20 will hit, yes.
That is 8 slashing damage to this one.
All right, so I'll apply it.
And again,
All right.
another 20, so that's another 12 slashing.
Solid hits. You feel it feels good, like it's connecting with something, corporeal, solid, real, definitely real.
That is going to be the end of my turn now.
All right, we are now at the top of round 4. I just like counting, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I love counting. Grandma, take it away.
All right. Now that I'm flanking with this guy, I will start going to town on him again. All right, advantage. Let me just roll another one to see if it was a crit. Nope. But I assume it's 16 hits anyway.
Yes.
And then 27. Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's 18 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I was a little worried for you all, but it literally has 30 health. So it looks like the math that I did was completely wrong. So it is now below a quarter.
Nice. In that case, why not? I might as well use a finishing move. Let's see what I want. Let's go with a drop kick for no reason.
Unarmed strike. 21 will hit. Thanks everyone. Okay. 7 plus 7. All right. Wait, is the 7 the damage? Of the second one?
It's a total of 14 damage.
All right. Well, as it had 12 health left, take it away for the final enemy of this encounter that you can see.
All right. So Grandma's going to circle around this gargoyle, punching the shit out of it and like distracting it, and then she's going to just bound off of this stone wall and hit it with a flying drop kick, sending it flying onto that guard's sword or spear, whatever the weapon is.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. Yeah, you send it flying onto the sphere. It's a solid, meaty, like shunk sound that applies, and then it disappears into mist, and I will declare you all victorious.
Woohoo!
That was a good fight.
Whew.
Or you
That
think,
was-
Lightning?
Oh, I'm just gonna say the fog is beginning to fade. I'll turn it over to you both.
That was pretty crazy. The old lady's whole arm disappears into thin air in her hand. That was a pretty nuts fight. I'm Annabelle, by the way. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I go by the title of Grandmaster Bone Smasher, but everyone just calls me Grandma. And she'll shake her hand.
Pleasure to meet you, Grandma.
What brings you here? You don't look like you're from around here.
Lightning, what brings me here? I forgot what job what job we were hired for.
Oh, yes, of course. So, your character in particular has been temporarily, of course, hired to assist Grandma here. You are here in the township of Yonido. You are meant to meet up with a person named Magistrate Kun Anjun. Figure out what's going on. There's some strange otherworldly stuff going on. A situation has occurred.
Gotcha. Well, I've been hired to find some guy named Magistrate Kunan Jun. He seems to have gone missing. I'm here to try to figure out what's going on, where he went.
That sounds slightly familiar. What was I doing here again?
You were tasked by Skulder Mully of the Mages Conclave, the organization that you're a part of, to look for Magistrate Kun Anjun. So actually, I do have to iterate, not necessarily that he's missing, but he's been having strange experiences, but other people, those experiences haven't been lining up with his own. Hence that gaslighting discussion we had earlier.
See, I'm looking for Kunon Jun.
Small world.
Well, goodbye. No, yeah.
Goodbye.
All right, let me cue up some music.
Well, it sounds like we have similar goals.
Were you also hired by those folks at the Wizard Tower?
I was. I'm surprised I didn't see you there.
They hired me a little while back, so I was you might not have seen me because I was already on transit here.
I was busy. Well, they didn't tell me there'd be someone else on the job.
They
Sorry.
told you by name.
Hmm. You know how it is with old people. We don't always hear everything people say. That's the excuse I'm going to use.
Uh-huh. Incredible. Well. Well, sounds like we were hired to walk on the same job.
Yeah, I suppose we should do it together.
Might as well. Many hands make light walk, after all.
All right. You've all made your introductions. As the fog fades, the guards and other locals menaced by the gargoyles look momentarily perplexed by where they are and any damage that's been done around them. For example, to like any like crates, barrels, that kind of thing. But they all stoically go about their business again as if nothing had happened. So actually, the guard next to you is going to he's like facing forward. He's like paying no attention to your conversations, kind of like looking out. Classic NPC staring. Like you can see on the map, he is below half health, but he's just like chilling, bing chillin', as the children say, or so I've heard.
Of course.
Hmm. You took quite the hit there, young man. Shouldn't you head to the hospital or some such?
The guard looks at you, assuming that he understands that you're addressing him, and say, "Huh? What are you talking about? I didn't get hit." He says, blood actively like pouring down the side of his like face.
You don't have to put on a strong face, boy. You'll live longer if you acknowledge when you're in need of help.
He actually looks genuinely confused, but he like looks at you, sizes you up. Sorry, do you actually look like you're like a grandmother, like a lady on the older side? Okay, he'll say. He kind of like shrugs as if you could probably tell he's thinking to himself, silly old lady, and he just turns to face forward yet again towards the southeast.
Okay, she's gonna walk up to him and just like brush her hand along his like bloodied clothes and just hold it up. Do you not see this blood?
Oh, that must be from something earlier, a little scrape or something I must have had coming to my post.
So what were we doing just now?
Oh, I've just been a standing guard this whole time.
Okay.
It's at this point.
Here I thought I was the forgetful one. Okay.
You actually see actually, I'm so sorry. Can you give another description of the outfit that Grandma is wearing? It's for personal reasons. I need to know this.
It's a rather eccentric wrestler's outfit that's vaguely themed around like some kind a chicken or some other kind of bird.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So, as you are talking to this guard, you'll see that an official wearing a red and blue outfit embroidered with phoenix designs approaches. Let me go ahead and give you this player's art handout that I have for this person. I'll show it to players right now. I apologize for my impertinence, they say, but I have an odd question I have to ask. Have you just suffered an unusual experience? They'll say, specifically directing that to the party, I guess primarily Grandma.
Why, yes, we have.
They have concerns. They like purse their lips. They look deep in thought.
Tell me, does this man here look significantly wounded to you?
They look at you and they say, yes, they do. I notice you've noticed the wounds. Do you know what caused the wounds?
Some sort of cloudy, foggy creature with claws and fangs.
Oh, heavens. They look extremely relieved. They like close their eyes. They open them. Please, please come with me. And they will...
Well, they weren't kidding. This is gaslighting. It's not just lying.
They'll turn it to the camera and say, there is a difference between gaslighting and lying. And they're going to continue along their way.
We already did this bit.
I will...
Was it before we got raided?
I will do that bit again. Oh, yes. We have to let the raiders know about the bit that... Okay, for the record, they turn again to the second camera that is focused on them as they walk through this town. There is a difference between lying and gaslighting, and everyone keeps calling it gaslighting when it's just lying. It's just lying. there's no specific spot that they're going to take you, so I'll just take you like to this. Let's just, like when you're watching a play or something and they just move to the next section of the stage and you like automatically assume it's a different area. It's like that situation. So like there's no one really around here. Like imagine it's secluded enough that they can perhaps confide and use some information. So they'll actually introduce themselves to like, oh, where are my manners? My apologies. My name is Magistrate Kun An-jun. It is a pleasure to meet you both. I had to like look at the members of the party because I'm used to there being 3 members of the party. So I'm just like, okay, meet you both.
What a coincidence. You're who we're looking for. That was so easy.
Easy job. Let's go get paid.
All we had to do was talk to them, right?
Ah, shoot. That's my bad. Yeah, the
Sorry,
fog
I
that
have
was
to remember.
earlier that dissipated, that was the gas. Yeah, and it was very light because of the way it flipped. It's my attempt to change people's minds about what gaslighting is. So be sure to send them to this stream.
Uh-huh.
So you'll see again that look of relief on Magistrate Anjun, and they'll say, like the heavens you all can see, no one else in the city has seen the fog, but it's been rising and falling multiple times every day for weeks. It used to occur only every now and then, but now it's been growing ever more frequent. I've tried to tell people about it, but I'm always ignored. You're the first people I've talked to that actually that know the fog, that seem to understand the gravity of the situation.
Wonder if it's some sort of large-scale charm effect or some other such magic.
You seem to be quite knowledgeable on magic. Are you both magicians?
Not as much as my kind usually are, but I know a couple tricks.
I have some magic.
Okay. So perhaps, I'm sorry to ask you of this, but again, you're the first people I've talked to who actually know what's going on. Please, I implore you, I need your help. Strange monsters have been slaying people in the fog. Those who've witnessed these tragedies are shocked anew by the sight of bodies when the fog dissipates, but they keep saying that the deaths are just accidents or bizarre but isolated incidents. Clearly, something's going on, and the people aren't doing anything about it.
That is worrying.
Oh,
Well, we're here to help.
but don't worry. I'll be sure to compensate you greatly. If you can help me uncover what mysterious magic is afflicting Yeonido, I can pay each of you 250 gold. I will also promise to inform the city's rulers of your character's service.
That's 2.5 times the going rate for quests around here.
Ah, yes, as if you've leveled up in some way.
I love that he referred to us as your characters.
Oh, oops.
In
That's
character.
my bad. Sorry. I promise to inform the city's rulers of your service. Looks at the camera.
Oh, when you put it that way. Well, we were sent here to do that anyway, so we accept.
Indeed.
Oh,
My
you were sent here to do it anyway. May I ask then, who sent you?
It'd be the Wizard's Coven, I think they were called.
Oh, yes, them. How is Skulder doing?
Oh, same old. Doing well.
They nod, and they'll go ahead and continue. It sounds like then you're on board. There are 3 locations within town that I believe are ripe for investigation. These places are: there's a construction site. It's located outside the city walls where the Tiger District abuts the nearby forests. This construction site has suffered numerous attacks and unexplained setbacks. There's also the Park of the Elders. Several attacks have occurred at this royal park in the Haete district. And last but not least, the tea shop. The city's oldest tea shop is located in the Phoenix district. 2 nobles were found wounded and nearly dead outside it only a few days ago. They'll go ahead and offer up 3 little parchments, each of them with a big red X in the middle, for the class. That's basically how I inform the party that I'm just going to take you to that location. These are like directions. Think of it like a little arrow that shows up above your head, pointing you to the place you need to go. So there are 3 locations that are available. Although, for some odd reason, the Park of the Elders parchment has a big, it's like instead of a red X, it's a gray X. And you'll look over the town, you'll see the Park of the Elders has not been rendered, as if there's some sort of fog over it or something.
Oh, we have to wait for this part of the city to load first.
Yes, definitely there, ready to be explored. Just not tonight.
Yeah. Maybe if we run fast enough, we can clip through the walls before they load in and skip straight to the end of the encounter.
No. You have to do the backwards long jump, the BLJ, as popularized by famous physicist Mario.
Shout out to Simple Flips.
I hate this.
All right. So anyway, we digress. To recap, you can check out the construction site outside the city walls, or if you head over to the Phoenix district, you can check out Tea Shop. I would say the Tea Shop, but apparently it's also called Tea Shop, so you can't go wrong either way.
What a terrible naming convention.
Speaking of convention, if anyone can guess which portion of the world, I almost said the United States of America, which portion of the world this D&D module is meant to be inspired by, feel free to wager any guesses. Guesses we've had so far include, this was prior to clues being given, Europe and Australia. And as a
Asia.
a
Just
good
the
guess.
entirety.
Just the entirety of Asia. Yeah.
I mean, compared to Europe.
Nah, it's different. Based on the style of Kunan Jun's outfit, I'm gonna guess China.
That was my first guess as well.
I see. I'll keep those guesses in mind, and we'll
But
see how the module progresses.
I'm quite often pretty dense when it comes to cultural influence. I just look at it, I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah? Well, you should message in our Discord what ethnicity I am, Braylif. Glares at you.
Asian.
Oh, you know that meme from A New Girl where it's like, that's on me, the bar's too low?
Yeah.
All right, Coffee, I see you. Although technically some people don't count me as Asian, but Braylif is correct, yes.
Yeah.
That sounds vaguely familiar, but I wasn't sure.
All right, but yes, construction site or tea shop. Or you can try to attempt to visit the Park of the Elders, and then I'll frantically try to whip up something together, or conveniently ask you all if you need to use the restroom. Oh, also depending on how you all are feeling, because we could progress the construction site or tea shop, or we could wrap it up. But I'm good to at least go a little bit longer based on the direction you go.
I'm good to go.
Baldur's
a bit
Gate 3
longer.
isn't out yet, so I'm down to keep playing.
Of course.
Oh yeah, when does Baldur's 3 come out again?
Tomorrow.
Baldur's Gate 3 comes out tomorrow. Wait. Is this like a 8 in the morning situation, 12 in the afternoon situation?
I think it's like 11 a.m. in East Coast America.
Man, I wish I had the time to dedicate to. I've been seeing stuff about Baldur's Gate 3. I'm really excited, particularly because I found out. Do you all know a character named Asterion?
Nope.
Nope.
I've kind of gone out of my way to not look at the game much.
Okay, I think
I
they're
have not gone out of my way, but I have not seen much.
okay. All right, just checking. I think they're a recurring Baldur's Gate character, but I could be wrong. Anyway, the game looks great. It looks really fun. Not that I've seen a lot of it, but I just, with all the, the D&D and other responsibilities, I don't think I have the time to dedicate to a full playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, it's apparently like 100 hours or some shit.
Boy,
Yeah, fuck that.
yeah.
I can't wait. It's possible that I'll lose interest before I finish it, but I'm gonna love it while I play it.
Yeah, it's fair. I would never be able to finish that game.
But in the meantime, I'm down to visit the construction site.
I was more interested in the tea shop, personally.
Mm.
Well, I guess we'll just sit here until we die then.
I guess so.
I can provide additional information in case it sways you all one way or the other.
Sure.
Okay, let's see. So the construction site, let's see. So the Tiger District is a relatively...
All right, we can go to the tea shop.
Wait, what does that have to do with... How did you determine... How does 4734 determine you're going to the tea shop?
Evens are tea shop, odd is construction site.
Okay, you must know how incredibly jarring it is for me to look over to the side, see you're rolling a 1d 15,328, rolling a 4,734, and being like, we're going to the tea shop. I'm like, what sort of eldritch abomination have you been conversing with that those numbers tell you to go to the tea shop?
My original joke was going to be like, oh, if it's under whatever half of this number is, we go to the tea shop or whatever.
Ooh.
But I thought odds were even after, which is even funnier.
Heads I win, tails you lose. Got it. So are you actually going to go to the tea shop, or...
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, presumably we're going to go to both of them eventually anyway.
I like
so.
how you, as I delve into this explanation, the Tiger District is a relatively new part. We're going to the tea shop. I'm like, why did I start this explanation anyway?
You know,
Okay.
if the Batman writers weren't cowards, they'd introduce 15,328 face.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, I'm going to take you to a new portion of the map. It might take a while to load in these days just because I realized I was uploading the bigger versions of these maps, which was a mistake. So, the tea shop is the bottom right building over here. You don't have to...
Tea shop.
Yes, I actually added that label. I found out there's different text options, different fonts on Roll20.
Nice.
This will be, as you might be familiar, you don't need to necessarily have your tokens here because you'll be conversing with, I'll let you know if battle breaks out, but you'll be conversing with people for now, so. So, welcome to the Phoenix District.
So tiny.
This is the oldest area in the city. It's adjacent to the royal palace known as the Seat of Dragons, and it is populated exclusively by nobles and the wealthy elites. Let's see. So, this is the oldest tea shop in Yonido. It was simply called the tea shop when it was built hundreds of years ago, and so it remains to this day. Perhaps there's like a random brochure off to the side that informs you of this information, or perhaps there's some NPCs walking about that are like, wow, did you know? This is the oldest tea shop in Yonito. It was just called a tea shop when it was built hundreds of years ago. Wow, yes, it remains known as this name to this day. Classic video games.
Old man exposition. He's a local.
Yes. So you roll up. The shop is decorated with hundreds of teacups arrayed on shelves. Many cups bear the names of famous past patrons, adventurers, nobles, and royals. Like, you know when you go to like a random restaurant and perhaps it's like, oh yes, President Barack Obama was here. Here's his signature. You know, that kind of thing. So just imagine some sort of random D&D character, NPC, player character. Perhaps their name is on one of these cups.
Perhaps.
You are greeted by the owner, a talkative... I almost read off the entire description, like a talkative, neutral human noble, sorry. So the owner, a talkative man named Bi Chin Hei, greets you as you enter. He'll say, "Yes, hello, welcome in. Please, have a seat. I can prepare you a pot of buckwheat or I'm Asian. I should know how to pronounce this. Jujube tea? I think it's jujube. I don't think it's jujube. He offers to prepare you a pot
I was
of...
right. We are in Asia.
Yes, congratulations. So the buckwheat will have a little bit more of a, not necessarily a savory taste, but it definitely won't be as sweet as the jujube tea. Also, the buckwheat being here has confirmed for me if you all are ready to know what country you're actually in.
Yeah, sure.
You are in Korea. D&D Korea. Welcome.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was my second guess, but I wasn't confident enough to say.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm.
Time to post the King of the Hill meme. Hold on.
No, okay, I gotta look at this.
Ought to be terrible.
Well, it's a good thing it's the other side of my monitor that is being captured by OBS right now. All right, come on, Discord, load this thumbnail faster. Yeah. I gotta send you another video in response to that later after session. All right, but yes, he's offered to prepare you a pot of buckwheat or jujube tea. So, for the class and for both of you, if you happen to have, as far as bubble tea goes, there's a popular chain called Kung Fu Tea, and I believe they have jujube sometimes. It might be seasonal.
Neat.
Little fruity.
We do not have. I do not believe we have this kung fu tea here, unfortunately.
Hmm.
We do have a couple places in the area that
Mhm.
do solve bubble tea,
Mm-hmm.
but not many.
I see.
Might want to go to the mall next week for food just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's one of the only places that sells it. It's fucking expensive, but you know. whatever.
Yeah, it is. And pretty sugary.
They load that shit up with ice too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you always got to ask for the less, but sometimes they're like, "Oh, we can't do less sugar, we can't do less ice for whatever reason."
They seem to have fixed that problem at this place in the mall by not letting you interact with the staff in any way. You order from you order from a tablet. Like the staff are right there, but like you order from a tablet exclusively. It used to be an option. Now the staff won't acknowledge your presence until they hand you a drink.
Interesting.
I wish I had a job where I could just actively ignore people.
Sounds good to me.
Well, so we've gone into the tea shop, so we're being bombarded with recommendations for tea, is that correct?
Kind of, yes. It's more like a hospitality situation. Like, "Oh, welcome in. Would you like buckwheat or jujube?" Think of it like based on what I'm reading in this paragraph, it's kind of like a trial. Sample it out, and then oh, you know, it's not, but I've decided to, as God of this world, I have adjusted it and formed this land into my image. And he's offered you samples first. And you can see that pots of tea are available for 2 silver.
Nice. I will happily take a sample of the jujube tea.
Okay. He'll hand that over to you. I'm going to look up the taste so that I don't steer you wrong. So, this first answer is not helpful as Google has gotten worse over time. Thank you. Thank you, Google. Also, actually, this one is fine because it looks like culturally the way that they prepared, they incorporate a few other things, including ginger. So this one's subtly sweet, gingery. It's a little spicy, actually. I think like not necessarily cinnamon, but it's not as it's a little bit more aggressive than I imagined it to be. So like sweet and spicy, basically. The buckwheat is going to be, like more savory, a little bit more low key. It's kind of cleansing. I know that some Korean restaurants near me, they like, because at restaurants they all usually offer you water, but I think they offer some sort of wheat drink instead. That's usually hot when you arrive at these places. So I think that's this buckwheat tea right here.
Mhm.
I'm sure he'll have other teas also, the traditional black, green, in case you're not interested in the buckwheat or the jujube.
I'll take the buckwheat.
I'll take a pot of the jujube, please.
Ooh. Ooh, good to hear. Thank you both. I'll be 2 silver. Well, sorry, each 2 silver each.
Can you do change for gold?
Yes. Change is pretty straightforward. I'll let you know if you. I'll do like the opposite of saying like, oh, this place will do change. I'll let you know if a place doesn't do change. I think it's gonna be whenever that situation comes. I think it'll be highly amusing. But for now, any place that you. I'm just now imagining you come across an unhoused person like begging on the corner of the street. You hand them like a gold piece and like, hey, can you make change? And then because I didn't specify, they'll say, like, yeah, bro. And then you like take 8 silver from them, leaving, I don't know, the gold that you gave them.
Can you make change? Yeah. Suddenly ends global warming.
All right. So he's begun brewing the tea, and he'll say, so what brings you to? You don't seem like you're from around here. He looks at the camera. Like when you're watching those shows where, I haven't really seen a lot of The Office, but those shows where they have the fake camera or the cameras going around, the camera crew, and then they're like those NPCs, the non-main characters who act as if they can't help but look at the camera because they're not used to having cameras around. That's what he's doing right now. So he's like looking at the camera. So what can what you look like you're not from around here. What brings you into town? He'll say.
We were checking up. Some folks asked us to check up on their friend Kunan Jun. They hadn't heard from them in a while. So they sent us in to check up, make sure that they were still doing all right.
Oh, Kunan Jun. Yes. They've been quite bogged down with concerns about the city and its well-being. I know they mean well, but they seem quite stressed about the whole situation.
What is the situation?
You see that he is trying to choose the right words for this answer. Oh, well, not around here, but it is unfortunate that elsewhere in the city that things have been happening. It's quite odd, a death here and there. Perhaps it's something in the water. But here, of course, we boil our water. We only serve the finest teas here. So he'll like walk over with 2 pots and 4 cups on a tray. So rest assured, any strange happenings shouldn't happen here in the Phoenix district. Unheard of, honestly. But he kind of leans in close. There were 2 nobles that were attacked in the area. They're named Nadeshim and Daju 1. They might know more, but they often play the game of Baduk at the nearby Baduk Hall. Am I pronouncing this incorrectly? It's a raised courtyard that's the social center of the Phoenix district. The map will not reflect that, but if you zoom out a little bit, you will see that the Baduk Hall is on the left of the map. So yeah, that's what the tea shop owner will tell you, and he'll say, but you didn't hear it from me.
Gotcha.
Didn't hear what from you?
Ah.
Now, she might have actually just forgotten.
Forgotten what?
As you say. Well, thank you for your assistance. I think we'll have to talk about what we want to do going forward for a little bit. Might as well do that while enjoying our tea.
Oh yes, so feel free to enjoy your tea. You are also able to, if you would so desire, if you need a short rest, you can do it here. It's the perfect place for. I need to put more tea shops in my D&D games, actually. So, you want a short rest? But I don't think. Let me look at your all's health. Do you even need to?
I mean, I get back most of my resources on a short rest, so I'll certainly take one.
Might as well.
All right.
Yeah,
It'll
I
give
gotta-
us an excuse to just like hang out in game for an hour.
Yeah.
I have not used up any resources and I took no damage, so I'm good. But yeah, still. Ooh, now that I'm playing a warlock, actually, we have We have even more incentive to take frequent short rests.
Nice.
Yep. Oh yeah, wizard, warlock, and fighter combo. Oh yeah, short rest are king.
Yep.
The only things I don't get back are my once a use spells.
Yeah, likewise.
Hmm.
I
Tea
forget
is
you're.
pretty good. I can taste the venison.
Yeah, what were you asking?
So Grandmaster Bones
Because
Smasher
it's called
did introduce
buckwheat, you
himself, right?
see.
Thank you. She did introduce herself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Granny Bone Smasher. I figure we should probably talk about some stuff if we're gonna be walking together on this.
All right.
Figured just in case. So she's not. Is she in disguise right now, or does she just straight up appear as a hag?
No, she's a hag.
Yeah. Okay. While I doubt a person like you is especially would be especially quick to judge, figured I should just lay all my cards out on the table just in case. Rather avoid any like surprise reveals later on down the road.
All right.
So I mentioned to Kunan June that I have some magic. Well, the truth about that is that I'm not a wizard of any kind. I'm a warlock. And I know that some people have take some issues with that, deals with the devil and all that. So I do have some power, but it is not. And while it is mine at this point, does not originally come from me. It comes from, I might as well just show you. Lightning, if you could reveal my handout.
Oh yes. Let me pull this up. And show to players. Show to players.
Oh, she's invisible. I get
All right, hold on. In players' journals. All right, let's try this again. Show to players. There we go.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
So she reaches behind herself and pulls out a weathered dagger and places it on the table. After a second or so of examining it, you notice the very plainly obvious feature of a single eye that at first you might have thought was a jewel. Upon closer inspection, it is an actual organic eye. This is Cavernous Want. It's my patron. Sorry, one sec.
Beautiful eye.
I see what's going on here.
Something caught my throat.
Be okay.
So this is Cavernous Want. It's my patron. It's a sentient magical dagger. You see, I used to be an archaeologist before I was an adventurer. And one of the things that I really like about archaeology is solving the mysteries of the past. Well, those mysteries run a little thin on a team on which you have necromancers. You just have You just find a single skeleton, and all of a sudden, all of the questions that you ever would have had about a civilization are pretty much answered. A lot of the adventure, if you would, goes away. Well, one day, on the dig, I dug up this.
Quite a find.
Indeed. And I raised a lot of questions, but moreover, it had its own. So I took it, and I left. And now, it gives me power. See, it seems to like adventure, or at the very least, it facilitates them. It pushes me in the directions of adventures, though I think it really just likes solutions, or resolution, if you would. Answers to questions it doesn't ask, solutions to problems it doesn't have. I'm not entirely sure, but I do my best to go in the direction that it pushes me, and it gives me power in exchange. So far, we seem to have a pretty fruitful mutual relationship. But I just know that not everyone likes traveling with a warlock, so I figured I should let you know. As she finishes her story, and you blink, and for a split second, as your eyes close, you can swear that the eye turns to look at you.
Oh,
but
boy.
as soon as you open your eyes again, the eye is just facing straight forward again.
So you formed a sort of bargain with a suspicious-looking, powerful entity in exchange for power. As a hag, I have no experience with such things, and I'm going to judge you for it.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to
Well,
hope.
since we're... What was that?
I'm going to hope and assume that that's a joke.
Yes. Very insightful you are. Well, since we're putting all our cards on the table, I suppose I might as well introduce you to someone as well.
Oh.
And let's see. Actually, I don't even know if I have this token anymore, because my computer... deleted a bunch of them, but just in case. Let me look. Nope, he's not there. So I'll just post the picture later. But she will perform a short ritual, and suddenly a sort of ghostly apparition of an elderly man wearing a similar getup to Grandma will appear. He has a rather long white beard and a rooster-themed luchador helmet. Or luchador mask, rather. This is my husband. We were once the greatest tag team duo this side of the world. He can't wrestle too much in his old age these days, but he still manages to help me in his own way. And the old man will just kind of nod his head and bow politely, silently.
Mm-hmm.
This is the unseen servant spell. I've just flavored it differently.
Nice.
Call it seen servant if you want to. I don't care.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, now that we've gotten that out of the way, it seems like we have quite the party between the two of us.
Indeed. Well then.
Well,
I guess about this
yeah, actually, go ahead.
about this time, I'd imagine we finished our tea
Yes, tea is complete.
and our rest.
Short rest
and-
complete.
And I suppose we should head next for the construction site.
Oh,
Or they
Sorry, what was the other thing?
you could also head to the Baduk Hall.
Right, yeah.
yeah. Not to spoil too much of what's coming up, I looked it up real quick. Baduk is basically, it seems to be analogous to Go.
Ah,
So I think it might be. It's also called popular in China, Korea, especially Japan. Yeah, it's known as Ego or Go in Japanese, Baduk or Paduk, sometimes Gi in Korean, and Weichi in Chinese. Interesting. Nice.
neat.
Yeah, so the Baduk Hall is where your next heading is, but if it's okay with you all, I really liked you all introducing yourselves to each other, so I mean, while that particular encounter is ready, I feel like calling it there and starting next time with your visit to the Baduk Hall and possibly the forest afterwards.
Sounds fine.
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
This is gonna be a fun party.
Yes.
All right, and with that, I will go ahead and return us to the tavern from which our journey started today. Oh man, I forgot to update party location to not say Match's Conclave satellite office this entire time. Let me change that right now because you are all now in Yonado. So yeah, GG, good session. I'm excited to take you all to, the next portions are ready to go. Next time we reconvene, we'll definitely have that one area rendered out. Yes, Stockholm, thank you for the GGs. What was it? So the tea shop was ready to go, the construction site was ready to go, and the last place that will be ready for next time, the Park of the Elders. The old people are still, they're like walking to the location. That's why it's taking so long to load. So when we reconvene for journeys through the Radiant Citadel, whether that's 2 weeks from now or not, yeah, they'll be ready to go.
Sounds good. Thanks for joining, everyone. As a reminder, for those who haven't been here before, my subclass is a homebrew one made by Zach Morrison in their homebrew expansion. What was his name? Quinn, remind me.
Was it?
Lyrics Ledger of Legends? No.
Was it Lyrics Ledger or was it the first one?
No. Dungeon. It's just Dungeon Dozen.
Dungeon Dozen, thank you.
Doesn't. I want to see if I have a command for that ready, because I know I have the Lyrics Ledger one. But was there another class that you pulled from Dungeon Dozen? No. I only have Lyrics Ledger of Legends ready to go as a command, but they're fun times.
Yeah. All of their subclasses are super fun.
All right. Well, anything else from either of you before call it for tonight? I know I won't be streaming. I'm probably not streaming tomorrow. But next Wednesday, I'm good to go if you both are.
Should be.
All right. We shall do more D&D most likely. Some sort of TTRPG next Wednesday around 10:30, 11 Eastern. Right. So anything else from either of you before we raid out? And I'll explain the raid afterwards.
I think that's it for me.
I think that's it from me.
Okay, cool. Well then, in that case, thank you all for joining yet again for another successful D&D session. We're going to attempt to raid into Rat Queen Arts, who is one of the players alongside one of our longtime raid targets, Goat Chimera, who's an artist. So Goat Chimera has been here before with some players, and so we're just gonna raid specifically into Rat Queen arts for some more D&D. So let me get those commands going, thanks to good old Moobot over here. So since we did do D&D, that's where the D&D raid commands come in. Thanks again for joining. Feel free to stick around. If you don't stick around, that's cool too. Catch you all next time. And I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, or have a good night. Bye.
Bye, everyone.